Hello, and welcome to Naturally Kim's Knitting with Genevieve. I'm Kim, this is Genevieve, and this is my podcast all about knitting, spinning, dyeing of yarn. Really, it's just about knitting. I'm not spinning or dyeing right now. And whatever fantastic things Genevieve's up to this week. Um, today is August 4th, and this is episode 221. So you can find me online as Napier's Knits on Blogger, Facebook, YouTube, and WordPress. And then I also have we have a Ravelry group or podcast page on Ravelry, of course, called Naturally Kim's Knitting. Then I have my own page called Napier's Knits. Then I'm also on Instagram as knittin_Kim. So we have a new friend that joined us this week. She's a new friend, but I just don't feel like that's appropriate. She's such a friend through, I've gotten to know through knitting. Mila's Knit Corner is now a part of Naturally Kim's Knitting podcast group. So let's make her feel very welcome. I love Mila's patterns, as is shown by the fact that when she has a pattern test, I like to sign up for them. So anyways, please make her feel welcome here today. Let's see, what else? Oh, I know what people are waiting for. Oh, just wait, sweetie. Okay? Okay. So, I know, it's not the 1st of August. I'm supposed to close the threads and draw winners on the 1st of August. I've lost track of time. I'm having so much fun out here with my grandchildren that I've lost track of time. And yes, Genevieve put makeup on herself. So if you think her eyes look a little bit more pinkish, that's why. We have a winner for our July finished object knit along. We have 2 winners, I Now Hour and Asteroid. Yay! So please contact me within the next couple weeks. Let me know if you're interested in a pattern for up to $10 or a $10 Knit Picks or Amazon gift card. Then we also had 2 winners for our Knitting in Red. Handmade Studio 11 and Limicol or Linda. You guys can choose from either I got to get the title right because, I put it in my podcast. I should have it memorized. I've been saying it every week. 2 at a Time Socks by Melissa Morgan Oakes, or a $10 Knit Picks or Amazon gift card, or a pattern worth up to $10 from wherever you can find a pattern that's giftable. Both times they have to be giftable. Okay? Now, we are starting 2 new knit-alongs. Of course, the August one is just like our other month ones. All you have to do is finish an object. Yes, yes. I can't hear you. But may I talk right now? Is it really important?
Not so important.
Okay.
I might just talk to you at the end.
Okay. So anyways, go ahead and you finish an object, any object, take a picture of it. If there's a pattern name, put that with it and post it under the August knit along or finished object knit along or craft along under Ravelry. I will close that on the 1st of September. Yeah, 1st of September, and then I will draw winners. Now, we also have a new 2-month one. Somebody's going to go to sleep before she does her podcast stuff. I decided to do knitting with fall colors because September is getting to be fall months. So think of those trees in the fall. Think of the colors that they are. And then let your creative juices go wild. And post those under Knitting in Fall Colors under my Ravelry thread. Sorry, I wasn't more creative. I just could not think. I was doing this last night and I could not think of the suggestions, and I couldn't get it to come up on my blogger notes. And so I thought, okay, fine, whatever. So I hope you don't mind. Okay. Hope I didn't leave anything out there. What's on my needles? You may ask me that. No problemo. I have actually worked on my other Christmas gift sock. So I've not made it real far because I seem to have things or somebodies who keep me busy. My two somebodies. But I was able to work on it some.
Genevieve and Barry.
Yeah. And your mom a little bit.
And grandchildren.
Yes. My darling grandchildren. Then I had something most peculiar happen with my yarn from Knit Picks. And I can't double check this because they have a kitty cat. And I love this kitty cat. He is a dear kitty cat, Mustachio. But he was after my yarn when I first got here. And he destroyed the labels. So I thought I had ordered 3 yarns of narwhal from Knit Picks. And I started working up this yarn for Genevieve's top, the French me top. And you can see the color change. I mean, it did a beautiful gradient. You can't tell it really well there. But then it was going to change into this. Well, for the back, I'm sorry, you can't tell it because I had it facing me. There. So there is a beautiful gradient coming down to here. But then on the back, I changed balls of yarn because it just made sense to do it from the directions. And I got down to here and I'm thinking, this isn't getting darker. So I decided to break that off and use this again. So even though I thought they were both narwhal, because they both started off light, this one has none of the darker colors in it.
But dig.
Go ahead.
Okay. So down.
Oh, you want me to show them how it doesn't have any of the darker? Yeah. I did some finger digging, and there is no purple or pink in there. So I asked Genevieve, what should I do? And she wanted me to make stripes. So I'm doing some of the darker narwhal and then mixing in some of the lighter. And I'm going to do that through the rest of it. But I don't know what happened. I can't check it because, like I said, the kitty cat kind of ate the dog ate my homework. Kitty cat ate my labels. He didn't eat them, but he shredded them. So I couldn't tell what was what. I don't have any finished objects. But that's okay. I've been having a great, great trip out here. Wonderful time. Oh, we're getting to that next. Don't jump the boat. Don't jump the boat. They're doing wonderful things with the kids. I get to be, when their mommy works, I get to do homeschooling lessons with them, which is wonderful for me, being I am still a teacher. I have an eternal teaching license, under certain circumstances. So I get to, no, not right now. Oh, I don't know what you're pointing at. Okay. Well, not today, because we don't have that on our show notes, okay? I don't know what I was saying. Have you ever had times like that? Where you get interrupted and you forget what you're saying. But I've been having a wonderful time with everybody.
Grandma, I'm going after me.
Oh, honey, I can't hardly reach it. I am still recovering from my shoulder surgery. But don't show it yet, okay? But at days like today, I don't get my 3 times a day exercise done. Tracy, I'm sorry. But yeah, Molly had to go in for a job interview this morning, or paperwork and things for a job. And then she had to go to her job with the city this afternoon. So, yeah. So it was very hard. Yeah, it's been a hard day to get my exercises done. So let's see. I guess it's time to talk about Genevieve's creation times. So Genevieve, her daddy and her went shopping. Here, I'll let you stand up.
To my art store, Michael's, and
The art store, Michael's.
And
Yeah.
Dada got me 2 new sorts that I could color on with pastel markers, and they actually sent the markers. Actually sent
Yeah, what do they smell like?
the red palette cherry, the black palette. The red palette strawberry, the black palette cherry. I don't remember the rest. Here's
That's
a
okay.
watermelon, heart, and the lips.
And then what's
kissy
on your
lips.
back? Can you turn around and show us the back?
Wait, and
Are you going to flip it around?
wait, no.
Oh,
Orange, apple. I don't know. Sorry.
that's okay.
That's my accident. Spaghetti with blueberry.
How cool is that? How cool is that?
And that's cherry with a face.
Yeah, so she was, I'm sorry, she did that this past weekend. Like I said, their daddy took them to Michael's. She got 2 shirts, and brother got a Velociraptor. It seems to make sense, Let's see, then what else did you want to show them today? Well, do you want to show them this first?
I made this for my daddy at Michael's. I remember that. It had very lovely designs on it.
That's not a picture of their family, though.
It's very cute. Yeah, you can see it. We're a little family.
But they could see you're not in there, but they don't know the rest of your, well, I guess they've seen your mom.
Yeah. And you had seen my brother some.
Yeah.
But not my dad.
So let me ask you this. We've been reading a series of books set in the 1700s about a girl. Felicity? Felicity. And what did Felicity do in the book yesterday? She made something. She wasn't
apple butter.
Right. So
and
what did
us made some apple butter.
Right. Now Genevieve loves gala apples. So she told us we could use how many? Well, you said 2, but I talked you into 3. And we made some apple butter. Very wonderful. In the microwave. So nothing like Felicity. But it had apples. Remember what else we put in it? Cinnamon. Yeah, put your hand down. Maple. They can't hear you.
Maple syrup.
And maple syrup and cinnamon. It was delicious. I thought so. She said it was okay. Now okay. A few years ago, I asked her mom, is there a magazine that the kids would like to get? And she goes, National Geographic's for kids. I said, really? Well, so Genevieve gets this one, and Tobias gets one for little kids. And she wanted to share it with you and show you what kind of things are inside of it. So go ahead.
Can you help me read it?
Oh, we're not going to read the whole thing.
Also, just go read.
But you can kind of generally tell them what's on the page.
So, look, these are actually real things that will happen in it.
What is that?
You can read these.
That's a big ping pong paddle. A huge ice cream cone.
Well, yeah, it was like more than 100 ice cream cubes. And they were all gone at once.
Yeah, we were saying that if it had been out in California right now, it had been melted before he even got to his mouth, right? We've not been able to go outside much. Then what kind of other things do they talk about?
Look, animals.
Animals.
Yes.
Bees. They tell them facts about these different animals and
You
bees.
can pause this and try and figure out what's happening.
They have fun little facts in there, like different lengths of
Wait,
tongues.
this is upside down. See, look.
Sorry, different lengths of tongues. So let's see, a giraffe's tongue is 20 inches, but an anteater's is 24. A human's is only 4. So it gives you fun little facts like that. Yeah. That's your tongue goes back farther than that. So there's lots of things in there. Then of course they focus on, like this one is focusing on sea pups or sea lions. So it talks about how they move and how they talk, and if they're a sea lion or a seal, and where they hang out, and all kinds of things. So what you want to show them?
And be nice to animals, okay? Please be nice to animals. People.
This is something you and I both agree on, don't we? Then they talked about blue volcanoes. I had never heard of those, so I had to read the article, and it's really interesting. Everything in here is interesting, though. Then 30 cool things about the world. It's just filled with wonderful. Would you recommend people get this magazine?
Yes, you should. And some of them even have funny toys, and some even have toys you can make.
And they have these like I said, they have a littler version for littler kids, which Tobias is getting. Then they have for a little bit older kids, and I think they have for older kids beyond this. Now, she has a couple favorite things that she really, really, really looks forward to. And one of them is about this little pet hamster.
With other friends that are actually pets.
But does he think he's little?
No.
No.
Him think he was Zeus Mighty.
Yes, he does.
A god.
Yes.
And look, at the end.
And there's his owner. So in this episode, Zeus is trying to figure out why it is that his master, does he call him master or the grown-up? Whatever he calls him, why it is that this guy can push all these different runes and then all these treasures from the world comes to him. And at the end, you find out he's pushing the button on the cash register.
We read it to them.
What, the ending? Oh,
Read
not the
all.
whole thing, because I'd have to show each of the individual pictures. It might be hard.
Okay.
But then we had an activity from this book that we wanted to do together. So before the podcast, I had Genevieve, this is the fill-in, like Mad Libs. I had Genevieve come up with a list of words, and we made a story. Together.
And it was so fun.
It is fun. So.
Yeah, you should, and some of these even will give you these choice. So you should, these type.
This type of story. Another good reason for them to get this magazine, huh? If they have kids or grandkids. Like I said, I've been getting it for them since, for years. Because, they love them. Their mom recommended them. I'm all for it. I love animals. Now they love animals. Okay, here's the story, though. Ready? She made up the fill-in words. I put them in the story. And the fill-in words are Ella, pink, unicorn, hopping, rainbow, swim, dancer, yarns, tongue, Beethoven, God, gold, pirate, light purple, ship, 102, and orca. Now let's see how they fit in the story. You ready for this, Genevieve? Okay. Remember what your friend's name was, you said?
Ella.
Ella and I set sail on the famous pirate ship, the Pink Unicorn, for our summer vacation. After hopping out to sea, Captain, forget what his name was, Rainbow Beard gave us a tour. Suddenly the sky turned dark and it started to swim. A bolt of dancer streaked across the sky as a large wave filled with yarn crashed over the side of the ship. She said yarn was appropriate since this is a knitting podcast. Fish were flying everywhere. One even landed on my tongue. The first mate, Beethoven,
Beethoven.
took cover with God. The captain was taking down the sail when a gold gust of wind sent him flying through the air. He held on to the pirate, but his trousers flew off the ship, showing light purple ship underpants. After he landed back on the deck, we all went below until the storm ended, but we didn't find the captain's pants until 102 days later when we spotted them on an orca's fin. And that was Genevieve's and National Geographic's Kids' creation. I was just the narrator.
Let me tell you some songs.
Yes.
I just forgot.
She's taking after her grandmother, and she's only 6 years of age. I know. You can't remember them yet?
I can't know.
Okay, that's okay. You know what? You'll probably be doing this next week with me. So, hey. So, anyways.
Wait.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You want to tell them something else? It's okay. Take your time.
Mostly after I have this thing that I think would be cool.
Speak up, though.
So maybe you could try making your own toys for your pets, like made out of yarn, because this is a yarn podcast, of course.
So how would they do it?
You can make your stuffies, pillows, or anything you want to have yarn, and even toys for your pets.
Yes.
Or make your own toys out of anything your pets like.
Yeah.
Try out any of your make-it objects with them. If they like hanging toys, always attach it to a string.
Right.
Like my cat Mutasio love yarn.
Well, he
And
loves my
Pom-Pom.
earbuds, doesn't he?
And I made him some pretend earbuds. And I also made him a tissue paper toy.
Mm-hmm. Why'd you do that?
Because him like tissue paper, because it sounds like plastic bag, and him loves plastic bags.
It kind of crinkles when he plays with it, doesn't
And you can make your own crafts out of everything. Like I'm gonna make a game,
Mm-hmm.
and to make your own tortillas, so you just take a cup, cut it out almost to the bottom, then cut around it, and draw a line where you want it, and it can transform into a butter or crab.
Very good.
The game.
Yeah. And she's made a couple board games too. She made a dinosaur one for her brother.
And a fairy one for me.
Yes, and she and I played the fairy one yesterday. It was a fun one. So, yeah, there's lots of things you could do just looking around the house.
And even you can make one of your favorite characters or one of your favorite things out of plastics.
Yes, you can.
And then add decorations and draw on it and make yarn hair.
You know what that's called when you use things that you find around the house?
What?
And you made them into toys and things? Recycling.
Oh, yeah. Recycle it. And you can take things out of the recycling box and then craft them into anything you
Usually a
like.
good idea to ask mom or dad first, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Always a good idea to make sure you have a grown-up's permission. Are you looking at your pink eyes? She wanted to put makeup on me, and I said, "Oh, but Grandma just doesn't wear makeup very much." And she goes, "Oh, but I want to look stylish." I said, "Well, see, my people aren't used to me being stylish, so they wouldn't think it was me." Anyways, Genevieve, could you back up a little bit now? So I think is there anything else you wanted to talk to them about? Oh, there was?
One more thing.
One more thing.
So when Grandma go back home, there isn't going to be me much. And at the end, when Grandma is going to be close to the And then I'm going to talk about the slots and not talk about lots of things and be in it for a long time so you can see me.
Yeah, she wants to start her own podcast. But first, you and mommy and daddy are reading books about the digital world, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's a
And
good
if
idea.
you want to make your own one, you should get the digital world book and read it, and then make a list of everything, and then check it all off. And if your kids want to make a YouTube video, give them the book and give them the page, and you always sign your name, and your parents have to sign.
But you know what that special page is called? A contract. And that's like a very special promise that you're making. So all those things that you signed your name to, that is your promise to your mom and dad, right? So yeah, if there's any kids that want to make a video, they need to make sure that mom and dad totally agree with it. Yeah, yeah. Because you and mom and dad, you and mom especially talked about this. So yay. Very good, Genevieve. I'm glad you brought that up. Good job.
And always check to make sure there's a name that no one else had used.
Yeah, we don't know what your name for yours is going to be yet.
Yeah, and like if there could be a name, and you picked a name randomly, and you didn't check first of names.
Yeah.
Guess what would happen? If someone wanted to watch some favorite YouTube video, and like you made a copy of that name, guess what would happen? They might actually sign up to your video.
Yeah.
So make sure you check before you.
That's how I came. Well, I was looking up various names before I started mine, and everything was taken. And I thought, well, okay, let's think about this. When people say, "What is Kim doing?" everybody says, "Well, naturally, Kim's knitting." And that's where my name for my podcast came from. And nobody else was using it. So it turned out perfectly.
Yeah, always you should have like you begin the first name in it. So
if you can, yeah.
Yeah, like I watched Cookie Swirl and Ryan's World.
But Cookie Swirl isn't her real name.
Yeah.
But Ryan's World, Ryan is his real name.
Yeah, but I'm also add World.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so you think you're going to use Genevieve's World? No.
I don't know yet.
No, you're still thinking about it.
I'm like, I can't take my friend. I'm not going to tell her name.
No. Not until you talk to the friend first.
And like, I can't think who's Cookie Saucy, but who doesn't really. I don't really know.
Anyways, yes. So she's got a lot of thinking, but you know, when her podcast hits the internet, I'm going to be advertising her because, you know, she's a natural talent.
My grandma's gonna be watching my videos whenever my videos come out.
I'll be one of her first subscribers.
Yeah.
And then I will pass it on to all my friends and say, "Oh, you've got to watch this. This is so cute." But only those that I know are good people. Right? Because that's very important too.
So be a good one. Love.
Well, can I put my ending first?
Okay, fine.
Okay, only because I want to get this in, and then yours makes more sense.
And then I'll do my ending.
I hope you guys have a great week. I hope all your crafting goes smoothly without any mistakes. But if you do have mistakes, I hope they're little ones and that are easy to fix. Now you can put yours, and then we'll put our kisses and all that in.
So.
You hope they have
I hope you have a wonderful day. Always feel happy. Put a joy of happiness in your life. And be kind, be nice to others. And retweet everyone, even bullies, even if they are not nice to you. Be anyone's friend if they ask them if they are sad or lonely or don't have a family, and ask your parents if they could join the fair or your family, or ask your parents if they could be a friend.
Good
They might
job.
say no or yes.
That's true. That's true.
Hugs, kisses,
Big hugs.
and
Wait a
one
minute.
more
I love you all.
and
Kisses.
and
Take care. And
love naturally Kim's knitting.
don't forget to
Subscribe.
I love you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.